What's going on, guys? This is Brady from Bear Claw Survival. Um, I want to kind of talk about something that has been going on more and more. It seems like with these mass shootings that we keep having here. Um, for you guys that don't know, we are based out of Central Florida with this podcast. In just the last couple of years alone, we've had Parkland, the Tallahassee shooting, the Jacksonville shooting. Um, and they're all becoming a little bit more, I hate to use the word normal, but that seems to be what it is. So the one I'm going to talk about specifically today, November 7th, just a couple days ago, a 5-year veteran of the Marine Corps, um, name was Ian David Long, was 28 years old. And like I said, he was a Marine veteran, served 5 years, honorably discharged in 2013 as a corporal. Walked into a bar, a borderline bar and grill in Thousand Oaks, California, killing 12 people, including a police officer. The police officer was 54-year-old Ron Elias. Was a 29-year veteran of the force, and died in the line of duty. From what I've gathered up from what I've read, what I've done my own research on, planned on retiring in a year, and he leaves behind a wife and a son. He was one of the 12 people that were killed that night. And this, like I said, this shooting took place in California. From what little knowledge I know about California gun laws, which, like I said, is a very minuscule amount. I know they're very strict. They're very limited on what you can have. If I am correct, I believe you are limited to a 10-round magazine. Everything that I've read online, everything that I've seen, indicates some type of extended magazine on the firearm that he was using. Also have heard from multiple news sources, multiple things I've read, that the shooter also had smoke bombs. So to say that this was a planned event is 100% accurate. This person showed up to this location with the intent of doing as much damage as possible. To me, it's a very conflicting topic to talk about, especially when you're talking about somebody that was a Marine that did this, that served this country. It's difficult at best. It brings up a very wide range of questions as to, if these veterans are getting, the PTSD help that they need, or if, it's just one of those things. I made a post a couple years ago after the Las Vegas shooting. Well, not a couple years ago, but I made a post after the Las Vegas shooting, that terrorism or terrorism-like acts have no gender, have no ethnicity, have no color preference, have no anything. Anybody that decides that they're going to do harm to people, they're going to find a way to do it, and that's just how it is, and that's how it's always going to be. We're never going to eliminate the idea that no one's ever going to do anything wrong ever again. It's not plausible. Like I said, we're based out of Central Florida. We have had the Tallahassee shooting, the Parkland shooting, the Pulse shooting, the Jacksonville shooting, and that's for, I believe, in the span of, I think, the last 3 or 4 years. I haven't really made any videos covering those. I haven't made, any wide political statements about them. Why I chose this one, I don't know why. This is just the one that I picked to do and talk about. Um, especially today being Veterans Day, it's a horrible thing to hear. They're still coming out with stories. They're still coming out with, speculations as to why and all that stuff. To me personally, I don't really care so much as to why it happened. Um, I care as to so much as to why it got to the point that it did. I believe, with the multiple run-ins that this individual had with, the police in that area, I think, you know, those should have set off some flags possibly, before it got this far, but here we are. Any of you guys that have watched any of our Bear Claw survival videos, you know where we stand on, gun rights, and know that we're very pro Second Amendment. We're very pro firearm, very pro freedom, very pro rights. You know, we did an everyday carry video. Me, Cody, the rest of us, we usually don't leave the house without a firearm. And that's just because of the world that we live in today. I don't have all the answers. I'm not sure anybody has all the answers as to what's going to end this madness, with all these shootings that keep happening over and over again. But I will say, as this becomes a more regular thing, as horrible as that sounds, I encourage everyone, to take a firearms course, take a class, get familiar with a handgun legally, get familiar with a rifle legally, whatever you need to make sure that you can protect yourself and your family. And I hear a lot of people, oh, well, I'm scared of guns, I'm scared of this. Look at it as when you first started to learn how to drive. It was a new task to you. You weren't familiar with it. You might have been scared then. Firearms are the exact same way. The best way to go about it is to be educated. And even if you're not a gun fan, something to have on you to protect yourself. My best answer to that just obviously is a firearm. Like the old saying goes, you're not going to bring a knife to a gunfight. It's I unfortunately feel like as we go on over, as we continue into these next few years, we're not going to come up with an answer right away. Just this year alone, 2018, we have had 307 mass shootings in the United States. That's almost a mass shooting every single day. Whatever your stance on it may be, whatever your opinions on it may be, you will carry those with you for the rest of your life. It's not up to me or anyone else to tell you how you should feel about something or how you should view something. The way that I see it, the way that I view it is, if someone walks into the room and starts shooting, I want the ability to be able to pull my personal firearm and at least shoot back, and have the ability to fight for my life, or my family's life, or anyone else that's with me, instead of just having to hit the ground and basically play victim. That's never been a thought that's crossed my mind. It's just, I would just lay there and play victim. Not how I would go about it at all. But everyone is different. Everyone's comfort level is completely different. I don't, like I said, I don't know what the answer is, guys. I don't know what the solution to all this is. But I strongly encourage anyone that is inclined to do so, like I said, to go out and take a firearms class, take your concealed weapons license, fill out for it at least. If you get to that comfort level to be able to carry a firearm, I 100% encourage it. Like I said, I carry mine on with me just about every day. I carry one in my car, several throughout the house, obviously. And it's just, this is the world that we live in. This is the world that I'm going to have to bring up children in. When I was growing up, I was born in '93. This isn't something that you heard about every other day. And I started paying attention to them after Sandy Hook. And even before then, I did my own individual research on Columbine, just because I found out about it in middle school, and I read several books on it since then, and I've done my own research about it. I think a lot of the people right now are looking at everything as it has to do with mental health. It has to do with, better background checks. It has to do with better pre-screenings. I'm 100% for that. What I am not for is these people that keep committing these shootings that are making all gun owners look bad. You get on any comment thread about a shooting, you see everyone immediately jump to, oh, ban all guns, ban all assault rifles, ban this. That's not the solution. As many of you think that is, it's not. These people that are doing these things, most criminals or most of these people are legal gun owners. But that does not represent the majority of us that are responsible gun owners. And notice the difference in that. Legal gun owners, responsible gun owners, two different things. The only thing that's going to happen is if we get into a pissing match about banning all guns, is that every criminal out there is going to think, oh, well, I can just run rampant, do whatever I want. I already don't buy guns legally. So, I don't have to worry about anybody stopping me from anything I'm going to do from here on out. Obviously, besides the police, but, and again, no disrespect to law enforcement or anything like that, but I'm going to trust my own judgment and my own self with a firearm before I do anybody else's with my life in their hands. And once you guys post this, I want feedback from this. I want to hear your guys' opinions. I want to hear what you guys think. This is a new thing I think we're going to start doing, or at least that I'm going to start doing. It's going to go up on the Bear Claw Survival page. This is going to be completely separate from our podcast network that we work with. And this is going to kind of be our own political series that we do away from that. So what I want to do now is just going to kind of go over a couple of things. We already did an everyday carry video, but I'm going to throw this stuff in here now just because, just to give everybody an idea of how much space it doesn't take up to do this, and the difference that it can make in walking out of a situation like this or being carried out in a body bag. And as harsh as that sounds, that's the reality of it. So, before you get into everyday carry stuff, before you get into firearms and anything like that, you 100% need to check with your state's laws. Like I said, California is vastly different than Florida. We don't have I don't believe we have a magazine capacity round. We sell drum clips, we sell extended magazines, we sell all that stuff. Not that you're going to carry that stuff every day, but we have it. So the first thing that most everybody carries already right off the bat is a knife. This is the knife that I carry every single day. Window brick on the back, spring loaded. It's a good knife. I use it a lot. And it's something I don't leave the house without. A knife is such a versatile tool for so many things that even if you're anti-gun, I would at least say just carry a knife. The other thing I love is this little flashlight that we did a review on. I've been carrying this every day. It works. It's bright. It's not the biggest thing. It takes 2 AA batteries. Inexpensive. I want to say it's 300 lumens. It's enough for me to see 10, 15, 20 feet out clearly. And the other thing, like I said, guys, I carry a firearm every day. I don't leave the house without it. I have one in my car. I carry a Glock 19. This is my everyday carry gun. It's got the wear and tear of an everyday carry gun. 15 round magazine. I've done some internal upgrades on this gun. And like we said on the previous video, I carry one in the chamber. I break everything down into numbers. I break everything down into statistics. I break everything down into timing. If I'm in a situation like a lot of these people these days are finding themselves in, I don't want to have to sit there, draw my firearm, squeeze, and go, oh yeah, I have to load a round. So what I carry is a hard Kydex holster. Trigger's covered. There's no way that's going to snag, catch on anything. And I wear it outside the waistband. I don't have to reach into my pants to grab it. I can pull up and draw. Just a couple things to show you guys what I carry every day. I also have a first aid trauma pack, little small go bag in my car that I carry. And hopefully if I ever need it, I'm not too far away from my vehicle where I can't get to it. A lot of these videos, though, guys, are going to get posted on a political threat series page that a buddy of mine that runs another page called Ghost Hawk Prepper does. I'll pull it up for you guys and show you guys real quick so you can see what it looks like. I definitely encourage everyone to go over to that page and check it out. It's a group that's growing just like ours. And the guy that does it has been doing this for longer than I have. It's got a lot of great content, a lot of great insight on a lot of things. And just from the posts that I've read of his and kind of the back and forth that we've had, there's a lot that we watch what he does and try to not copy but learn from. So this is the page. It's called Political Threat Series. It's on Facebook. There's only 27 members on there right now, but he's going to be posting quite a bit. I'm going to continue to keep making some political-based videos. I'm all for constructive criticism and constructive banter. We're not making these videos to tell you guys how you should think or tell you what you should do or anything like that. We just do it because we want everyone to be aware. We want everyone to be on the same level as these people that keep committing these horrible acts. And if we can even help 4 or 5, 10 people, not change their mindset, but at least help them prepare for a situation like this, and it alters their life where they walk out of there instead of getting carried out, to me that's worth it. We unfortunately, I feel like we have people that still live in this world that think that it's never going to happen to them. It's never going to happen here. It's never going to happen there. And I, for a long time, was stuck in that mindset until Pulse hit, until Parkland hit, until Jacksonville hit, until Tallahassee hit. After Pulse is when I had that, oh, this is close. It was in Orlando. I'm 45 minutes away from Orlando. I go to Orlando. I've been to Tallahassee. I've been to Jacksonville. These are places I've been. So far I've been fortunate enough not to know anyone directly that has passed away or been affected by this. Not that that makes it any less devastating. But, in my mind right now, it's not if it's going to happen, it's when. And all I know is I want to be on the fighting side of being prepared for that. So, that's pretty much it. I'm going to wrap this up with that. For you guys that don't know, um, we do have Facebook groups. Bug Out Central Florida is my Facebook group. Political Threat Series, like I said, is our friend that runs Ghost Hawk Prepper. That's his group. We all mingle in between. We all, throw ideas back and forth. He is on Instagram as well as Ghost Hawk Prepper. We are on Instagram as well as Bear Claw Survival. Um, and if this at all piques your guys' interest or anything like that, get on and check us out. Give us a follow, give us a like. Ask us questions. We're more than happy to answer them or give some insight into some things that we've done to prepare ourselves. Also, the other thing is I want to talk about a new platform that we've been working on, which is called MeWe, MEWE, social media platform, kind of set up like Facebook, but we can be a little bit more political, a little bit more pro-gun on here without having to worry about blocked content or getting deleted. We have groups on there as well. Bug Out Central Florida, obviously, is ours. Let's see if I can find the other one real quick. Ghost Hawk Prepper has his on there. It's called Florida Preppers. And then we also have another friend who runs a MST Outdoors page, and she has several pages on there as well. So check all of us out. Like I said, we enjoy doing this. This is what we do in our free time. And we just like to share our experiences and our thoughts with people, and like to try to get everybody as prepared as possible. Look forward to some feedback from this. If you guys enjoy it, let me know. I'm going to do some more of it. And if there's a topic that you would like to hear me discuss or any of us discuss, leave it in the comments, and we will do our best to cover it and give the best insight that we can. Until then, guys, stay prepared, be aware, and just make sure you know what's going on at all times.